What is going on YouTube? Htis making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Now, specifically in today's video, we do have a few interesting points to go over and look at, specifically with us retesting some pretty solid resistances across the board for most of the major cryptocurrencies, but we're also starting to see a decline after hitting some of those resistances. You can see as I'm panning through some of these, we have XRP retesting moving average, Ethereum rejecting from moving average, Bitcoin retesting moving average here, and then we have the S&P 500, which is apparently getting rejected, which is not necessarily a good sign, but hopefully we find some sort of support as we're now entering oversold, which is also a good time to be buying, because the last time we were this low was in September 22nd, so we've had all of October pretty much of September 28th of 2022. So a year ago, it was that low. So the last time we were oversold was in 2022 of September, which you can see is a while away, about a year ago here. I was about to say like September 28th. That was like 3 or 4 days ago here, and then I realized it's in 2022. So about a year ago here was the last time we were that oversold, and you can see the last time we were that oversold right here. Look what happened right after that. Look at what we saw immediately after that oversold level here, which is very exciting. If I then jump to the weekly charts, you can see in that same time period we were about here. So about 35 on the RSI in the weekly. We're obviously much higher than that. We're about 44, but you can see kind of this upscale that we have. There's a good chance I kind of know where we're headed to, probably down a moving average, but I'll talk more about that in a little bit with you guys. So with all that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, first and foremost, in yesterday's episode, as you guys can see here, I basically was talking about the fact that we're starting to see this reversal. I said, stop. What just happened within XRP? Let me explain why you shouldn't be worried. And this is basically in regards to the fact that we are still looking very good, and October is historically a bullish month. September was extremely bearish. I think since 2013 we've had like 12 or 13, I'd say 9, 10, 11, maybe 11 out of the 13 years being bearish, or 10 years. So from 2013 to 2020, I think, 2013 to 2023, we've had like 8 out of the 10 years being bearish in September, and then October, 8 out of the 10 have been bullish. So there's history is on our side, and if history repeats itself, we should be looking for a bullish reversal this month, which is exciting. As we enter October, November, December, we should have a very solid end of the year. So I'm excited to see kind of where this leads us to here. Obviously, anything can happen, but I am a little more bullish, leaning towards that. I put in more money into cryptocurrency and the stock market as of yesterday, and this morning I'm going to tweak it again, but I am getting prepared and ready for some more recoveries and movements. Obviously, we're getting close to the end of the year, so tax loss harvesting, don't forget about it. It is something to consider here. But moving forward, you can see we're at about 1.09 trillion, up 0.24% here. You can see across the board here, most of the cryptocurrencies. We are consolidating downwards. We had this little dip, but it is still in an uptrend. You can see there is still an uptick, and we are still creating these higher low movements here, so we don't look bad across the board. Solana is absolutely exploding here. XRP is exploding, and a lot of these other cryptocurrencies are moving up. Well, it's moving up. It's not exploding, but we're up 5% across the board here. And I'm still bullish on a lot of these. We did discover a very small ascending fractal on XRP, creating these higher low, higher high movements here as we head upwards, and we are getting very close to retesting this moving average. The goal is to break through this, and then we should be able to, moonshot to the upside here, whatever you want to call it. You can kind of see that pattern. I'll jump to the 4-hour, then we'll jump back to the daily here, but you can see how we're kind of riding on this here, definitely creating this higher low. This is typically, like, I think bearish, but we'll see how it plays out here as things definitely look good. We're back above. We retested moving average. We're moving back up on the 4-hour. And the daily, you can see we were oversold. We're now nearing 59 on the RSI, so plenty of room to head up. And I think likely that we're going to head to retest and break through this moving average. This is the big one for us because you can kind of see how we play around with it every single time on the previous bull flag formations here. It's a problem zone, but inevitably we break through it and head to the upside here. And that's truly what I'm waiting for to happen yet again on XRP. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but ideally that's what I suspect to see happen is a continued break to the upside here, a bullish reversal to the upside here. You can see on the weekly too, we are still undervalued, but we're getting very close to retesting this moving average. We're almost breaking through it. And if we do, there's not much room stopping us here to move up to moving average up top here at 62 cents, trading at practically 50 on the RSI. There's so much room and potential to see an uptick here that it's only a matter of time. We have gotten rejected off the past here, but you can see with the higher low movements, we should continue this movement to the upside, hopefully break through bottom support and head up from there. So that's really what I think is going to happen here. And I think XRP looks really good and primed for some pretty solid movements to the upside. And obviously when they do happen, we'll take advantage of them on BidFi, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. BidFi lets me buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, and even take profits on my favorite cryptocurrencies, including XRP. And make sure to take advantage of this ASAP. But down in the description below, make sure to sign up to BidFi free, and you can then earn up to $2,888 completely free in rewards for completing super easy tasks. Google Authenticator, anti-phishing code, join community rewards, and it goes on and on and on. So make sure to check it out. Free cryptocurrency. Who doesn't like it here? And if you want to trade XRP, click derivatives, go to USDTM, click on any of these. Once you get that loaded up, they have tons of altcoins here to trade around with, but more so, type in XRP, click that, and boom, you have the XRP chart to trade. You have it right here to take profits, create stop losses, the leveraging ticker slider right here, tons of things for you to take advantage of, long, short, everything you could possibly think of. They're re-adding the demo account very soon, and I'll keep you posted on that. But moving forward from there, looking at these other cryptos, I really want to talk about the S&P 500, but before then, you can see right here, we are sliding lower just a tiny bit. We are in this kind of downtrend here, rejecting off top resistances here. You can see kind of this lower high movement off the moving average, but I'd likely think at some point or another we should be getting back above here and breaking through. Obviously, the correction happened because we went from maybe in 4 days, we went from 43 all the way up to 70 on the RSI, hitting rejection, hitting moving average, hitting a downtrend. Every reason to correct lower here, which is what's happening. But ideally, next up, I think we're going to try to blast through it. But regardless, I've been kind of putting Ethereum off for trading just because of how it's moving to. I've been focused more on XRP, Bitcoin, and the S&P 500. And these are what looks good to me. Bitcoin is getting near overbought, but we are retesting moving average as I speak. And hopefully we break through it. I mean, we definitely came back up or back above uptrend, which is extremely exciting here. And then you can see we are retesting this moving average right now. The idea is we close above this and we can start to skew up. We did that in the past here, but ideally using this blue uptrend, I'm hoping to break through it and we could start to scale back to the upside here. You can see on the weekly how that looks as we are currently retesting moving average as I speak, battling this out here. And the ideal goal is to break through that as well, which I think is going to come sooner than later as we're trading at 50 on the weekly. So there's tons of room and tons of potential to see an uptick here. So I'm a strong believer October, November, December is going to see some very nice scalable movements here. And I'm excited to see that happen. Now, as for the S&P 500 on the daily, things are going a bit hectic here. We are now so freaking oversold that it makes sense to buy in. Like I said before, the last time we were this oversold was back a year ago, literally a year to date practically, maybe a year and like 5 days. Back the September, where is it? September 26 here, maybe September 27th of 2022 here. It's now been pretty much 370 days since, and we're now back at that same oversold level here. We're caught up with the moving average. We aren't as undervalued. Last time we were below moving average, which is every reason to see an uptick here, but right now we're just slightly below the moving average. So we're not as oversold and undervalued as we were in the past here, but we are still oversold, and we haven't been that low in a very long time here. So that's a reason enough for me to be buying in. You can see ideally we are going to be coming back and intertwining with moving average here. I don't think we're going to be falling much lower than it. So to continue this kind of higher low pattern that we've been seeing here, a dip back down to here is totally fine for us to continue to scale up. Just take a look at it here. We're trading at about 44 in the RSI. Obviously, the best point is buying it oversold. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but I do believe a little downtrend to moving average to retest and then heading up higher is what's to come here. So I'm excited to see where we're moving to. You can wait it out longer. It doesn't really matter here, but truly, I believe we are going to be bouncing back up and heading back up to retest all-time highs probably by mid 2024. So just like 6 months away, we should be retesting all-time highs, which is something we haven't seen since 2022. So it's been we're going on almost 2 years now, which is insane here. But regardless, stock market recovers as it always does, something to consider. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.